What is going on, YouTube? This is Jim, back with another video, and today I want to talk to you guys a little bit more about Halo Outpost Discovery. Now, I haven't really talked about this much in the past because there hasn't really been a whole lot to say. There's been a lot of speculation, but there's really not much to talk about until we have some actual news, other than the fact that we knew that Outpost Discovery was a real thing, and its first stop's going to be right here in Orlando, Florida. Not much else was known. Before I get into that, though, if you like what you see, please consider commenting, rating, and subscribing, but if not, that's okay too. Now, today Grimbrother One posted on the official Halo blog that they are going to do this blog series called the Discovery Dispatch, which over the next few weeks, building up to the excitement of the first stop, which again, my beautiful home city of Orlando, Florida, they're going to start announcing little bits of details and drips and drabs, kind of what we should expect going into Halo Outpost Discovery. I think one of the first questions a lot of us had, myself included, was how does this fit into greater Halo? Is it going to be something as a Halo 2 leading up, in the series of like Halo 1, 2, 3 with the Covenant War? Is it going to be more in terms of Halo 4 post-war where you have the inclusion of the Spartan 3s? Are we going to talk about Spartan 4s? Are they going to create Spartan 5s? We just didn't know really. But today we got some news on it, and I wanted to share it with you guys because it's exciting to me, and it should be exciting to you if you are a fan of Halo to understand not only what this experience offers and how it fits into the greater universe. And love it or hate it, Halo is an extremely expansive universe covering books and podcasts and video games and comic books. It has a large reach, and although most of us are familiar with our beloved Sierra 117, John, the Master Chief, there are a slew of other Spartans out there, some of which have been prominently featured in other books, some of which dabbled into the game, which you saw in Halo 5 Guardians, some of which have yet to be created. That's just kind of the joy of this, is there's always room for more Spartans. And what we found out today, actually, and what I wanted to talk to you guys about, was how this is going to fit into the universe. So, in the world of Halo, after the end of the Human Covenant War, you remember that at the end of Halo 3, when we don't know what is going on with the Master Chief, but it's very clear that the Spartan II program was a massive success in defeating the Covenant and kind of ending the war. There was obviously a major depletion in forces because during that time, ONI, the Office of Naval Intelligence, ultimately did disclose what the Spartan II program was about with the whole child abduction and flash clone thing and how kids were basically taken against their will, not knowing any better, forced to become super soldiers. Well, they couldn't exactly do that for the next wave of Spartan 3s coming up. And as we later find out, Spartan 3s are actually just born normal people. They live a relatively normal life. They volunteer a little bit younger, and then they begin their injections. There's a lot of books about that if you're very interested in that. The Fall of Onyx talks a lot about Kurt and his building up of the Spartan III program, which unfortunately was mostly throwaways as we found out later on. But at the time, nobody really knew what a Spartan III was, and this was a recruiting tool, and that is what Outpost Discovery is going to try to emulate, this recruiting tool in which the UNSC stands up the actual Outpost Discovery, which, in Grimbrother One's own words, is an exploratory initiative meant to act as both as an educational tool as well as a mobile recruitment station aimed at inspiring and training the next generation of the UNSC personnel. So when you walk through this actual exhibit and this experience, they're going to treat you as if you're somebody who was very familiar with what happened at the end of Halo 3. You saw these Spartan 2s going out and absolutely destroying things. And it's for those people who have the pride and humanity and want to step up and volunteer. And that's where this is going to take place. Now, they mentioned previously during the Xbox Live, where the tickets went live during that actual event. I'm sorry, Inside Xbox. But it is going to be in a partnership with another group of people who did the Museum of Humanity. You may or may not be familiar with that. So these guys actually have a real-world history of kind of putting together these, meant to inspire you, meant to give you that bravado of, yes, humanity is awesome. Yes, I want to be a Spartan 3. Sign me up. So that's what you're going to see. Now, what the other cool thing that they said, and they're going to detail more of this in the blogs, this is just the first, is that you're not only going to just walk through as kind of a nameless, faceless, just, hey, this is what it's about. They're actually going to introduce some new Spartans for us to learn about, and they're going to kind of be your shepherds almost through the exhibit, from what I can tell. Obviously, I haven't gone through it yet. You can definitely expect a long video on that when I finally get the chance on July 5th. But until then, we got to wait a little bit longer. But they introduced us to a couple Spartans, both Spartan Owen and Spartan Hazel. Now, Spartan Owen, he has a little bit of a history there. I have never heard of him before. I think he is just manufactured for this event. And that's okay. As I said, the Halo universe is very expansive. We don't know all the details of every single Spartan that has ever come through the program. So we're going to learn about Owen B096, who is a reconnaissance and asset acquisition specialist. That's pretty exciting. And then also Spartan Hazel. Now, Spartan Hazel actually is not new to the Halo universe. Spartan Hazel, aka Hazel A302, is in intelligence. And she was actually featured in a Halo children's book, which I have yet to read, but I have heard of her before. I have slowly been reading through all of the Halo novels. I doubt I'll read the Halo Kid novels, although you never know. I am quite the super fan, but she had her own set of exploits in a novel called Halo Battleborn. So there's definitely a lot more to come. There's not much here in the blog post other than what I had basically told you guys, but I'll go ahead and post a link in the description box below if you want to read it for yourself. But this is a really cool idea. And to take a step back from Halo and this, never take a step back from Halo, to take a step back from the Halo Outpost Discovery, this is actually, in a very cool way, a recruitment tool for people to get back into the Halo universe after Halo 5 Guardians, which I have said many a time I absolutely adore, but I am unfortunately in the minority here, and I think a lot of people want to know what Halo Infinite is going to be about, and they want to experience Halo and that wonder and awe of the first time you hear the music or the first time you look up and see the rings. You know, we all have those moments from the old Xbox days, and 343 definitely trying to recover that magic. And I feel like this is just one step in that whole augmented reality that we have, where we blend podcasts and commercials and comic books and novels, etc., to build and paint a narrative leading up to Halo Infinite. And I think this is a brilliant time to do this. I'm absolutely 100% convinced this whole Outpost Discovery was done solely to propel people into the Halo Infinite universe whenever it does come out. So I'm very, very excited for that. And I think this is kind of a play on itself almost. You know, you're going to be experiencing what a soldier or a future soldier may go through as part of the as part of the Spartan 3 initiative. But in reality, Jim, the super Halo fan, is also going to get re-indoctrinated into the Halo universe just in time for Infinite, which I hope comes out soon. I don't know when it's going to be, but whenever it's here, we'll be ready. So there you guys have it, a quick look at the first blog post, the Discovery Dispatch for February 21st, 2019. Again, if you like what you saw, please consider commenting, rating, and subscribing. But if not, you know what? That's okay. I'll still be here making videos for you. As always, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.